Good morning, beautiful souls. I wanted to tap in with you guys today and to do a quick reading. I want to get straight to the point, see what Spirit has to say for you guys today. Happy New Year to you all. I don't think I've hopped on and talked to you guys since we've come into 2023. So Happy New Year to you guys if I have not talked to you already. And let's get into it. Personal readings are available. Life coaching sessions as well are available. You can click the link in my bio. I do my bookings via Etsy. Or you can DM me directly for the link and for more information. So I just want to go ahead and clear the energy. I want you to clear your energy as well as you're watching this video. Give yourself permission to receive whatever messages are coming through for the collective through these cards and through me as a vessel used by Spirit. I give thanks to my spirit team, my spirit guides, angels, to the universe, to all the deities that assist me, to God, the Most High Power, for always guiding me, showing me love, giving me direction, and giving me clarity and wisdom. Tapping in today for the messages that need to come through for my collective tribe, for my loves. And I'm asking for clear and concise messages and an even clearer and concise understanding. Any person that is here at this time with any ill intent against me or any person watching this video, may all of your energy be returned right back to you, 3,000-fold, and very much deactivated and inactive in my area, my energy field, and any person watching this video. We are all safe to receive and deliver these messages. Ashe. All right. Let's do one more shuffle and we're going to get into it. Intuitively, I've been kind of picking up on a lot of different messages just over the past few weeks. So I do feel that this reading can go any direction. I didn't have any message in particular to stand out to me. So let's see what wants to come out today. All right, Spirit, I'm tapping in for the collective. What messages do you have for the collective today? What messages do you have for the collective? Oh, they tried to come out twice. Okay. 7 of Swords. Got some secretive energy happening. What is this 7 of Swords? This could either be secrets or it could be the universe witnessing some things that you've been doing behind the scenes. We have the King of Wands out. We have the Hierophant following this 7 of Swords. We have the 6 of Pentacles. Got some gifts coming in from the universe. What is this about? A Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands. We have the Queen of Pentacles here. The 2 of Pentacles. We have the Emperor. A Wheel of Fortune flipped here. The 4 of Pentacles. We have the 7 of Cups. The 8 of Swords out. Ace of Truth. I'm sorry, the Ace of Swords, which is the Truth card. That everything is fine. And let me take one more before I start reading these. The Nine of Cups. Okay. With the Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Some of you guys, so this same kind of theme that we were starting to talk about at the end of last year, which is, whoever is declaring war against you at this time, like, and the sense that I'm getting, like, because normally I'll kind of get a feel of, what's being said as the cards are coming out, but I just really felt the need to just kind of lay out the entire board here before I started reading. And as I was laying these cards out, I was definitely getting the energy. I kept like kind of feeling like, okay, what are those karmics up to now? What are those karmics up to now? Because these are people who have identified as your enemies. We have a King of Wands here. We have a Hierophant. We have the Emperor. And then we have this Knight of Wands, in which the Knight of Wands, I'm not sure necessarily if this is an energy, but something is moving fast in for you. And whatever this is, right, these people, these energies, and I want to show this to y'all. The King of Wands, the Hierophant, the Emperor. These three cards represent either three different people, or they represent three different like groups or, genres, I guess you would say, of people who are working against you at this time. Attempting to work against you, let me say that. Because the thing about it is, and this is something that I've been, again, just hella talking about lately, because it's really, really just a prominent message. But with the Wheel of Fortune here especially, Judgment Day is upon us. And that sense of judgment and justice is coming in for the just and the unjust. And so what I'm feeling here is that again, as we talked about before, whatever decisions that you have made leading up to now, this moment, has in a way led you away from these people. But the sense that I get is that because there is this, sense of mourning that is going on within these people, right? Yeah, these people may be trying to act as though everything is fine, but in all reality, this is how they feel by the fact that you have walked away. And some of you guys as well, you may have spoken a truth or said something before you decided to walk away that really let this person know that, you not one of them. Right? With the Nine of Cups energy falling right under this Four of Pentacles. Look how both of these characters are pretty much like in the same energy of, honey, I got what I need. I have my emotional, fulfillment here with this Nine of Cups. I have my, financial stability, your physical stability, your stability of the mind, whatever this is for you. You had all of these things. And more than likely, when you're dealing with a person who is of this Emperor nature, right? Because the Emperor and the Hierophant as well, And especially with the vibe that I'm getting, because this can really be, uh, uh, um, you can look at it as a good or a bad omen. Because when you look at it in the good light, these are very, very prominent and significant leaders. These are leaders that, have a very, very deep consideration for the collective, for the community that is around them. They are not only good leaders for themselves, but for their family, for their tribe, for, whoever their kingdom is, right? Because if you are an emperor or hierophant, that means that you have a lot of people that look up to you. But as well, because this person can have, or be gifted with such powers of leadership, they can also have this God complex, right? And when this person is not careful, and especially when they're leaning more into their King of Wands energy as well, this can become, very narcissistic. This can become a very narcissistic like energy. And instead of this person being a balanced leader, and one that, really, really looks out for the collective and all of the people, it can become a person who, begins to look more for themselves, or if they have this certain, mission in mind or idea to say that I want this to go this way in this timing, XYZ, and it doesn't go that way, then what does that emperor start to do? What does that hierophant start to do? What does that king of wands start to do, right? And for a lack of a better words, you can almost kind of see it as like this sort of petty energy, right? This person wants to be in this petty energy. And so this doesn't surprise me, right? Because of the storyline that we've been following all along, that these people have for a long time, been kind of declaring this sense of war upon you, because they can't really war against you. Simply because you are a chosen one. You are definitely protected and guarded by God at all times. But again, with this Seven of Swords here, there was some secretive energy or some things that were done, in the dark that you may not have had an idea of what was going on. Something that may have been revealed to you now, with this Seven of Swords being the first card out, that God has really shown you some things concerning these people. Or the fact that you're here now in this moment, like what you need to hear in this reading is that, these people maybe have not given up on trying to work against you, right? But the thing about it is, and this is why I say too with this Knight of Wands, that I wasn't sure that this was an energy, but now that I'm getting into it, I feel like it's not, right? Because it followed the Six of Pentacles, which is the card that talks about, you receiving gifts and things from the universe. You receiving this equal balance and give and take from the universe. You receiving, the fruit of your labor, the seeds that you've already sown and put into the atmosphere to say to the universe, this is the energy that I'm calling back into my life. What I'm putting out right now is what I'm calling back in. And what I get is that, you've still been putting out this goodness, right? With this Queen of Pentacles here, this is still your energy of, having this abundance, even with the Nine of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. This is your sense of stability and what it is that you've been showing the universe through your actions and through your behavior. And so now what the universe has been, in the process of doing is rushing those things back into you with this Knight of Wands. That energy has been quickly finding its way back to you. And I get this sense as well that you guys have settled more into this Four of Pentacles, right? Because when we were talking at the end of last year, there was a sense to, or a need for you guys to prepare for what was coming in. And even me, myself, I took some time to just really go within, recalibrate, really just, reevaluate my internal morals and values, which I do on a regular basis, right? I do it on a daily basis. I always release, that which does not belong to me, or that, which does not serve the place in which I'm going, in which I'm growing into. I release those things, but sometimes there is a need to really, really have that sense of like a hermit mode, to where you go deep, deep, deep within. And you guys kept seeing, if you were following the readings, the hermit mode came out in every single reading that we did, just about, because you guys were called into this space to go alone. So what I'm feeling for the collective is that you did that, right? Even if that was around the holiday times, right? Maybe you weren't as, active as you normally are throughout the holidays, with being at people's houses or around family or whatever, because you were really, really going within and allowing God to deal with you on some things, allowing Spirit to show you certain truths, or to give you peace with certain truths that you were already being shown, right? Because there was a lot that was revealed last year. There was a whole lot that came to the light that had been in darkness for a long, long time. So again, I get this sense that you guys are hella stable right now. You are hella at peace with, whatever it is that you've been shown and whatever, has been revealed to you. And this has really, really fired up these other people again, right? Because, who knows where a fool gets their hope from? They seem to be able to pull it out of thin air. Who knows where it comes from truly? But I don't know if these people had, at some point in time, some sense of hope, maybe when you were in your hermit mode of just kind of being quiet and not saying anything, maybe they had some hope that, they, whatever it was that they were doing behind the scenes, whatever spell work was getting to you or affecting you or stopping you or silencing you, right? But there's something that you did recently. There's something that you said recently. There's a way in which you showed yourself, you revealed yourself that let these people know, number one, that no, they haven't stopped anything. You're still in your stability energy. You're still in your Four of Pentacles energy. You still out here in your bag, making your money, doing what's for you, what's meant for you, getting what's meant for you as well, right? Because I told y'all this Knight of Wands tells me that these blessings are beginning to roll in for you guys with the Wheel of Fortune as well. The favor, the wheel is turning in your favor now. And so nothing really different from what has already been happening for you. But again, whatever idea that these people have gotten in their mind with their God complex to say that, oh, this person won't have this. This is not going to work out for them. And again, and especially if this person they specifically had their hand in the matter, right? They felt as though they had some sort of control. Like I'm telling y'all, some of these people were trying to backdoor you, right? They may have known, some specific people that wanted to reach out to you, to connect to you. They may have been connected to a person that, really, really loved you, wanted to, make an offer to you. Like we had this whole conversation about the love situation last year as well, where we were talking about, these energies that were coming and, really, really trying to manipulate these divine masculines out of, pursuing the person that was meant for them, pursuing this love interest. So whatever was going on, this person felt as though they could stop what was meant for you. And it seems as though they had this extra wind, right? They had this extra like, okay, I see this person is coming up, but I ain't giving up yet. I ain't giving up on trying to stop them. I'm not giving up. So, but there's something that you did that, again, once they had this just one more attempt to like, let me do this. Let me try to throw a little wrench in the plan. Let me try to throw them off. But still, all you did was show yourself as this person that is in this Nine of Cups energy. All you did was show yourself victorious with this Seven of Swords energy. And again, brought this person right back down to size to let them know that their God complex is not going to outpower the actual, strength and the will of God in your life. And it's like what these people don't understand is that not only whatever it is that they are doing to work against you, not only is it going to just, begin to come back to them and work against them, they're going to see that energy return to their lives. But some of you guys, your energy is going to cause all of the energy that is working against you to be transmuted into energy that works for you, that conspires for you. Okay, I want to share this with you because this is something, I have things that I speak and I say every day. If you want to call it prayers, you can call it that. But I do have certain things and specific things that I speak and I call forth every day. And according to what is needed, right? Intuitively, I can, hear my spirit guides telling me, okay, this is what you need to say today. This is how you need to word your prayers today. This is how you need to protect and guard yourself today. And one of the things in particular that I have been saying here lately is that all of the energies that have been sent my way with the intention of working against me, stopping me, blocking certain things from coming into me. Instead of just returning all of that negativity back to sender, I've now been called to say, I transmute all of that negative energy now into energy that is positive and of the light source, the right light source. And may that energy now conspire to work in my favor, to bring in quicker these things that these people are trying to stop from coming, and to keep them in my life longer. Okay? Because the thing about it, like I told you guys, if you in my tribe, we don't play with black magic, baby. We don't get down like that. We don't do the curses and the spells and all these things like that. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We don't get down like this in this moon energy. That's not for us. We are beings of light. But in all actuality, no matter what you practice actively, there's people that actively practice this. So we have to be in the energy of knowing how to protect ourselves from it. And this is where our words, right? Our energy that comes through the frequency of words is important. And how do we work smart and not hard? First of all, you don't pick up the burden of spell work. And I want to, I don't necessarily feel that there's a need to say this, but obviously there is because I'm saying it. Okay. So if any of my babies in my tribe have been considering that, I want you to reconsider. Okay. I want you to reconsider because black magic is really not our frequency. And the way in which our hearts, our insides, our everything is wired, I'm telling you guys, and I've told you before that sometimes you wouldn't even be able to tap into the type of darkness and, just energetic nastiness that some of these other people would, or are able to tap into. Because your heart is not built like that. And you really could open up a whole can of worms that you don't want to have to deal with if you decide to try to step into this energy with these people. So I want you to know that is, Spirit is advising you against that heavily. But when you are, up against someone who does practice that, who does have that type of heart and energy to where that's just how they get down. That's their area of expertise. Then you have to now team up with spirit in order to be able to defend yourself against these things. And again, how do you do that? You use your power of words. In the simplest of forms, you return it to sender. But the more spirit begins to deal with you individually on how it is that you need to transmute it for your life, then you'll understand different ways in which you can say things in order to block that energy out of your life. Or, like I said, now my call has been to take the energy and transmute it. Since y'all gonna be sending all this energy my way and sending it in such, great big numbers and, quantities, I might as well use it for my advantage. I may as well use it for my advantage. So literally the call has been to transmute all of that energy and to multiply it 4 million fold to conspire in my favor. So I do feel that one of the messages here, we see here that Spirit is trying to let us know that these people have not given up, right? And Spirit also wants you to know to not be discouraged by that, because the wheel of fortune is still turning on them. But now, and it's always been turning on them, right? But now there's quick movement that is coming behind it. And it's just like, as soon as they set their hand to, make a decision to work against you, as soon as they open their mouths to speak a word against, whatever it is that you have going on, that's the quicker that energy is backfiring on them. Wands, again, quick energy, fiery energy. And it came out with the Justice card, confirming exactly what I'm saying right now. That, yes, Spirit wants you to know that they have not given up. They still stuck on stupid now. And I told y'all, and I warned y'all as well, that some of these people may be, right? Some of these people, were not going to stop, because whatever evilness was driving them to come at you, it has not left their body. It has now become their life mission, unfortunately for them. And fortunately for you, because it's always going to work in your favor. Justice, like I told you, everything's going to be transmuted immediately in your favor. But Spirit wants you to know that because it is being transmuted immediately in your favor, you're quickly coming into this Seven of Cups energy. You're going to have more and more options available to you. You're going to have more and more options available to you that were not available to you before, as far as the many ways that you can win, essentially. God wants you to know that victory for you is imminent. It's going to happen. But because there's, so much going on and so many people that are working against you, you're going to have several different ways in which you can win this. And it's going to be your choice with the Two of Pentacles here, right next to the Queen of Pentacles. Which lets me know that, again, whatever you choose is going to be abundant. It's going to have you, keep you in this abundant energy. Nothing's going to take you out of this space of abundance. Not even a person that is using their power to knock you down. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. I want to get a little bit more information on this King of Wands. Let's talk about this King of Wands. Why is this King of Wands here? Who is this person in this storyline? The King of Pentacles. They tried to come out earlier. So this definitely lets me know that this is an individual, this King of Wands, King of Pentacles. Some of you guys may be dealing with a person who not only do they have a God complex, but they have a I got money complex. Meaning that, and I get the feeling that this person is very, very, they're so insecure. Oh my God, they are so insecure. I just really, really get this cowardly sensation. And y'all know how we see those movies that depict this character that is a fucking hellhound in the worst way, because they have no sense of sustenance within themselves. They have no true sense of self-value and self-worth that people can, come and say, oh, I appreciate this about you. And it's not because they aren't a being that is able of being that type of person, but it's because who they've chosen to be. And essentially, they've allowed themselves to become slaves to their own egotistical issues and battles and their own insecurities, right? But then, this is that character that not only are they just a crappy ass individual, they got the nerve to have money. And so they take that money and all of that energy and all of that ugliness within them, and they use it to make everybody else's life horrible around them that does not do what they want them to do, or that does not give them what they want to have, right? So whoever this person is for you, right? And this may not resonate with everybody, because I told y'all there's a couple of different people that are showing up right now. But right now we're talking about this King of Wands. And this particular King of Wands is a person that has money, okay? So some of y'all are going to know who this is by that extra kind of hint and clue. This is somebody who has money, right? And I get the sense that this person feels as though their money in some sort of way is a leverage over you. Maybe you were a person that was in a position to where you needed money at some point. You could be there now to where it's like, you may have reached out to a person for some sort of assistance or help, something dealing with money, right? And this person has literally just created this whole I see it as like a tornado, right? A tornado of mess. Like literally you bring in the money, you bring in the narcissism, and you just mix it all up, and it's just a foolish concoction of mess. Right? And this person, right? And these type of people too, these hella narcissistic people, these very temperamental people, right? King of Wands. This is a king that could have like true anger issues, right? Anything can tip the scale for them to make them just go there. So I get the sense that this is somebody in some sort of way that you denied, right? Because with the Two of Pentacles here, this shows me that you had the power of choice, and it fell behind this Queen of Pentacles. So I know that this decision was your decision to make, right? And whatever is going on with this person, you didn't choose them, right? And take it how it resonates with you. This could have been a love interest. This could have been, just somebody that, you were close to at one point in time, friend, family, business associate, and you decided to just walk away. Heavy emphasis on business associate as well with the King of Pentacles here, because there's money at play. But you decided to walk away. You did not choose to further things with this person, to go along with this person. And this person got mad, right? They got upset about that. And from there, it seems as though, they either went into their Hierophant energy of trying to pull strings behind the scenes to make things harder for you. Or they started running off at the mouth. Now, whether this was directly to you, they were talking reckless to you and saying things that really, with the intent of breaking you down and trying to put you in this Eight of Swords energy. Or they were behind your back talking to other people about you. And doing that kind of shit to where it's like, they know they were wrong in this situation, right? They know that they were the ones that came at you at the wrong angle, got shut down, right? But they go back to everybody else trying to pretend like everything is fine and trying to make it look like you were just the big bad wolf in this situation. All because you didn't choose them. But your truth, the truth of the matter, is going to be the tool that brings justice into them. See this sword here on this card? That's the same sword. That's that same Ace of Truth. I keep calling it Ace of Truth. Ace of Swords. We're going to rename this card the Ace of Truth because that's what it is. Okay? So some of you guys, this was a person that, again, they came at you in a very, very petty way. This is somebody with money, right? This King of Wands. So that's one person. Let's talk about this Hierophant. Who is this Hierophant in this situation? The Hierophant is another person that you walked away from with this Six of Swords. Okay. And I think this is just confirming what I already said to you guys, that I told you that I felt and I sensed that some y'all have already walked away from these people. You done already said what you had to say to these people, the Hierophant. But they weren't in the space of being willing to accept it or, to take it for what it was. So they wanted to make you mad because they were mad. With this Queen of Cups here. Who is this Queen of Cups? Coming out near this Hierophant. Who is this Queen of Cups? This Queen of Cups actually could be you. Speaking your truth. With the Death card here. And the Chariot. Yeah, some of y'all some of y'all got away very, very quickly. Because, and then it was kind of too, because I'm just kind of getting different things, so bear with me because I feel like I'm just kind of bouncing around. But it was some of these people either were in your life at the same time or one came in after the other, because whoever this Hierophant was, right? I do get the sense that this is a different person from this King of Wands, right? This is a whole different energy, right? But I feel as though this was a person in particular, right? So the first, we know the King of Wands was somebody you dealt with that had this whole narcissistic energy behind some money because they had money, right? So they felt as though their money was their sense of value and they could talk to people any sort of way, right? This Hierophant came in and I sense that this is somebody that you really, really were fond of as well. With this Queen of Cups energy, this could be somebody that you truly helped, right? This could be somebody that you really, really show your emotional side to. This could be somebody that you were a source of healing for them, right? Whatever it was that you were speaking to this person, because this is a person that is very, very wise, right? Despite whatever their God complex may be, the Hierophant is a person who is wise. This is a person who has some sense of understanding about spirituality. This could be a person who is a religious person, right? This could be somebody that who was tied to a certain religion. And you guys seem to have had some sort of emotional connection, right? You could have had some sort of emotional connection. And you know what? What's coming back to my mind now, I did in another reading, we talked about how, I was speaking on how some of you guys that, were watching my readings, you were really, really having to break away from certain religious mindsets, okay? You had to break away from certain religious practices and habits because they were no longer serving your higher good. And then we talked about as well that some of you guys, not only was that a call for you, but it was a call for some of the people that you were dealing with, right? Because it was keeping you guys from being able to connect in the way that you needed to connect. Because whatever this other person was holding on to, their religious mindsets or thoughts or beliefs, did not allow them to be open to you, be open to receive you in your Queen of Cups energy, because whatever you were coming in with, like I said, was information, was goodness, was whatever that was meant to heal this person, to help this person. So now that that's being brought back to my mind, I do feel as though that could be what's going on with you and this Hierophant, who this Hierophant is in your life. This could be somebody that was, very, very religious that you knew. And I believe that you spoke something to this person that let them know that, they needed to change something within their lives, or that some sort of change was coming into them. But this person was not yet ready to make that change. And because of that, you were led away. And quickly, right? This is one of those things with this Chariot card coming out. You could have been dealing with a Cancer too, right? But especially with this Queen of Cups here, we got 2 water signs. But this was something that, seemed to have been a matter of timing. Again, with the Wheel of Fortune here. And this person, whoever you were dealing with, was not willing to, make the necessary changes within the time that was allotted. And allotted with you, I should say, because this person has the room to make the change at any point. But as it pertains to them being connected to you, again, the universe is in control of how you move, right? Because you follow God. So when God says time's up, you got to keep it moving. You got to get in the boat, even if you were sad to walk away from this person, right? Even if you didn't necessarily want to leave or you wanted to believe that this person would change or do what was needed so that they could come and be able to move towards you. The universe said time was up with this person. And you were quickly led away because this person did not want to make whatever changes were necessary. But because this person is popping out in your reading, it lets me know that they were upset about this. Look, with the 10 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. They were upset about that. But whatever the upsetness was, again, just like this King of Wands, because we're identifying who these people are. I told y'all these energies, these karmic energies that are popping up. Just like this King of Wands, this person, instead of just, understanding that, yeah, like I should have done what I needed to do in order to, secure my place with this person, with you, the collective. They got mad at you because you didn't stop your movement. You didn't stop your growth. You didn't, stop your forward movement and wait for them. But again, just like this King of Wands, this person is now being taught a lesson and understanding that no matter how mad they are at you, they don't get to work against you. They don't get to talk reckless and crazy. They don't get to get all egotistical and narcissistic on you, and especially behind the decision that they made. The decision that they made was why they could not remain in your life. Because again, starseeds, we have the empathic heart. So most of the time, this is why I say, you may not have necessarily, or I'm not going to say you didn't want to move away from this person, but it may have been harder for you to do it because we get this sense of empathy for people, right? This is a person who has been heartbroken. And as well, because you are showing up as this Queen of Cups, that shows me that you are a super empathic person. So that means that at some point in time, any point that you meet these people in life, you meet them with this sense of genuine love and, respect. You see them for who they are and you want to be seen for who you are. You treat them, with this abundant love, with this Queen of Pentacles here. You nurture them. And yes, each person that comes along, we have a different understanding of who they are, what they're meant to be in our lives. So, like I said, this person or these people could show up however for you. And I'm just going in and get more details on these people to see, like, okay, this may give you more of a clue or an instinctual understanding of who exactly is who in your life. Because like I said, the King of Wands, this is the person that was also the money person. So you know who that is in your life. The Hierophant, this is the person that was a religious person. So you know who that is in your life. But you also know whether or not this was supposed to be your man or your woman. You know whether or not this is supposed to be your business partner. You know whether or not this is supposed to be your best friend. You know, you put the title on it how it resonates with you. But understand the fact that you wanted to at any point claim this person in any sort of way, right? Lets me know that you had love for this individual. And very possibly, you know, because all of these, the King of Wands, the Emperor, and the Hierophant, these are also individuals that when they are balanced, they exuberate this very, very genuine and strong sense of love as well. And yes, these are divine, you know, masculine energies, but they could be a man or a woman, male or female, take it how it resonates with you. But either way it goes, the strength in which this love and this connection comes definitely comes with a masculine energy, meaning that it's very, very, you know, direct. So this person could have shown a lot of love to you and for you as well. But whatever their, you know, again, their God complexes, that narcissistic, you know, complexes that they had, more than likely push these people to that space of wanting to control you versus loving you. And Spirit was like, that's where you got my baby fucked up. That's where you got my collective fucked up. Because I did not send you into their lives to control them or to pull them away from, you know, whatever their truth is. And like I said, whatever these people, especially this King of Wands, talking reckless. Whether this person was talking, you know, calling you out of your name, you know, when they got mad at you, lying against you, whatever it was, that's where they violated and that's where they had you fucked up. And that's where justice had to step into this situation. Because again, when you walk away from a fight, what is that, signify? That signifies a sense of surrender. So with you walking away from these situations and you allowing Spirit to lead you away, that immediately should have told this King of Wands, this Hierophant, this Emperor, and whoever else, that you didn't want that type of business. You didn't want that type of smoke. You didn't want that type of connection. But that did not stop these people from still trying to come at you with it. Come at you with that energy, right? So now here it is. They're still left in this Five of Pentacles type energy to where they're, you know, regretting. Look, with the Devil card. They're regretting crossing you. And then as well, this can, you know, signify a sense of obsessiveness, right? Because this message right here, this gonna resonate with a very few number of you. Some of you guys, because I was just getting ready to kind of move into this Emperor energy to see who this Emperor was. And for some of you guys, I feel as though this Emperor is representative of this Devil energy. And what I hear very clearly, right? Because we just talked about how there is a number of people that really, really did. They truly loved you, but they allowed their God complexes to get in the way. Some of these people, baby, they never loved you. They never loved you like that. And it was simply about this obsession and this control over you, right? Some of these people did have the mindset of an unbalanced emperor, of a narcissistic emperor, which is an opportunist. I want you to understand that. I told you guys, an emperor has two very different sides. And when an emperor is balanced, they are very, very magical and, you know, well-rounded ruler. But honey, when they are not, they are a master, narcissistic, manipulative energy. And everything that they do comes with an air of control. How can I control this? How can I make this work for my benefit? How can I manipulate this situation to where I get something out of it? How can I, you know, use the power of these other people to boost my image and boost who I am? And unfortunately, like I said, for a very few number of you, you were connected to this person or this situation, and that's what it was about. That's exactly what it was about, and nothing more or less. Nothing more or less than this person trying to be connected to you for their own benefit and gain. And you especially, especially from this emperor, I hear your spirit guys saying, right? Because this is the third energy now. And for some of you guys, you had a very, very, very like high inclination to know that this person was up to. And I'm like, I don't know if y'all can even see. I'm getting chills so bad, right? Because I feel as though this energy was on a special mission, right? To really, 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 really attack you and your gifts. This energy was sent by the devil. And we can, we'll save the devil talk for another reading to just really talk about, because I don't want people to just be out here thinking like, oh, the devil just bad and this is just this entity that's just no. But I want you to understand that in the deeper, 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 deeper spiritual meaning and realm of things, when we talk about your mission on this earth and what you came here to do, there's always going to be this number of entities that are going to be working against you coming into that power. And so it looks as though whoever this emperor was, right? Because the emperor, I want you to know as well, this is also a person who is very, very charming. They have very, very good looks, physically speaking. And if you have any sort of, you may or may not believe in the Bible, but, there's a biblical understanding of Satan and the devil and how he was just this cunning and, charming, witty person that knew how to, wiggle and finesse people into doing certain things. So this person came into you, with that type of energy, that kind of charming, Mr. or Mrs. Prince or Princess Charming, type energy. But this was also the person that had you down bad as fuck. And some of y'all gonna know exactly who I'm talking about. Like I've been telling y'all, I'm giving y'all hints and details about these three people, but this is the person that was fine and beautiful, that knew all the right things to say, that knew all the right spots to hit with you, but they had you down bad with whatever it was that they did to you. And it's because they not only attacked you in a physical way, but they attacked your spiritual gifts. And especially with this High Priestess card here. That High Priestess card deals with your, your crown chakra, your third eye energy. That's the energy that allows you to have that direct portal to God, to get, all of those exclusive downloads, or to get that type of information that was originally hidden from you, right? With that first card out being the Seven of Swords. So this person was messing with your God bag, right? They was trying to really, really like, okay, yeah, I want to be able to lie to you and want you to believe everything that I tell you. Of course, they may have even worked with, to turn you against the people that were around you, or turn the people around you against you so that they could isolate you to have you for themselves. But that wasn't enough for them, right? They didn't even want you to be in the presence, in the company of your spirit team. Because what they knew was that if you ever did step into your true intuitive high priestess energy, you were going to see this person for who they were. Because again, their mask was this emperor. It was this handsome, beautiful, charming person. The baddest of them all, right? But I got your baddest of them all. Yes, they were the baddest of them all, because on the inside, this is who was really, really running the show. And you knew that once you tied up with this person, right? Once you became connected with this person, that's when you really, really started to realize, oh, this ain't that. This is not who this person appeared to be. So this third character here, this emperor here, this was that master manipulator. This was that person that wanted to get down to the core. They were not satisfied until they literally owned, right? And possessed every part of who you were. And anybody who is that obsessive at any point in time in life, you better understand that that obsession does not die off until that motherfucker die. It doesn't die off. So as this reading has been talking about, right? We've seen these people make an attempt after attempt after attempt after attempt. And you would think that they would stop, right? But no, this last little hoorah, the spirit is trying to let you know that these people have not stopped. So even if you are dealing with a person and it's like, now you freed yourself, because I want y'all to know again, like I'm giving these graphic details about these people so that you have an understanding of who's who, right? But understand, I'm not giving them or gratifying them with any more power than what they have, which is none in this situation. Because again, what's here? The Justice card, the Wheel of Fortune. God is already letting you know that he's taking care of this situation or all of these situations. But just to give you a visualization and an understanding that these people have not given up. And again, even if you have people that are, playing in your energy, you can kind of sense it. You're hearing names or seeing certain faces or whatever. It's because these people have this funky ass God complex that says that I gotta have you. I'm not gonna stop until I have you. And baby, look, this is all this is all I got to say. That's all I got to say about that. We got the Ace of Cups here. Something new that's coming in, right? Because all of this is old energy. This is old news. Ten of Pentacles. Yep. I'm telling you, you got something new that's coming in. You have something new. And I really feel as though, I'm not going to lie, like this Emperor energy, male or female, I feel like this is the lover. Like I said, that King of Wands and that Hierophant, that could have been somebody else that held a different position in your life. Still, they were close to you, but I don't. And it may be for you, right? Again, make it fit to how you want it to fit. But I don't get as much love energy off of those two as I do this Emperor. And especially with this Ace of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles coming out right after this message about the Emperor. This absolutely talks about new love coming in for you. And a part of, like I just held up this Wheel of Fortune as it pertains to this Emperor and what's about to come to them and how they're about to have to sit down and shut up. One of the biggest things that's going to be a silencer for them is them watching you go into this next love phase in your life. Them watching you have your Ten of Pentacles with somebody else and have your new beginning with somebody else. Because that was the biggest thing. Like once you walked away from all three of these characters and any other situation in your life that had this type of energy on it, once you walked away from it, it officially made those people powerless, right? The more you healed, the more you got rid of those energies those seeds that they planted within you, those seeds of insecurities, fear, fear of rejection, those trust issues because of all of the things that were hidden when you really, really got into that space of, understanding what your truth was beyond what these people were telling you at 12:12 on the clock. When you started to get into this energy, they became powerless. That was like the first stage of powerlessness. And those people were throwing fits, mad, upset, pissed off because they was like, how dare you? They wanted you to still be in the position of playing as though you needed them. When the whole fact was, as I've been telling y'all, they need you. They needed you. They've always needed you. They still need you. But now they don't get that access to you because instead of them being real about the fact that they needed you, they were too insecure to, see you for the blessing in which you truly were. And they took that as some sort of, feeling of insufficiency within themselves. And they turned around and they attacked you because of that. Or they used you as like a punching bag. Instead of honoring you as this queen or king of pentacles that you are. And for some of you guys, you were truly earth angels sent to these people to bless their lives, to help them upgrade their lives. Now, whether you were meant to stay with them long term or, the wheel of fortune still would have put you in this position of leaving when you had to have left, it doesn't matter, right? But no matter how it ends, these things could have very well ended on great terms if this person had not have gotten in their own way or gotten in your way. Spirit is saying. But it couldn't end like that for most of them. It had to end in this, you suddenly walking away. Like I told y'all with this Hierophant, you definitely all of a sudden walked away from this Hierophant. With this King of Wands, I feel like the King of Wands, you spoke your truth to. The Emperor as well. But the Emperor especially, you did a lot to sever the ties with them. Because like I said, they had you in a different type of chokehold. Literally. Look at the chain around their necks. This person had you in a different type of, connection or, imprisonment. Codependent, type connection. So you really had to come strong with your sword of truth to be able to cut the chains and break the chains from this person. And they didn't like it at all. But who cares? Who cares? Temperance. You have balance. You don't care. You don't care. And at the time when you did care, when you really did have your heart open to this person, that was the only time where they could really do that damage. That was the time and space where they had you in the space where you were vulnerable. And again, what they should have been doing is, nurturing you. They should have been, really, really absorbing, the goodness that you had for them. And they should have been perpetuating that right back to you. Right? With this Two of Pentacles energy. This is the card that talks about that infinity energy as well. You get what you receive. Six of Pentacles gives that energy also. But more or less with the energy that you put out into the universe. But as well, what you put out and what you give to people. That energy exchange in any sort of way. You've always come with a balanced way of handling people. You've always come with this temperance energy of if I'm pouring into your cup. If you give to me, I'm going to give it right back to you. And some of you guys, you don't even have to necessarily be given to in order for you to give, because that's just your heart. But then you have these lessons in life that you have to learn, right? You have these bottom of the barrel type people that you have to be connected to, so you understand that, in your temperance and in all of your giving, it has to be balanced. And you can no longer give to any situation that does not give back to you. At least not give back to you the goodness that you give to it. Because you're not going to keep, giving to a certain situation and keep turning around and somebody just smacking you in your face. So not only are you, you're lacking now all of this energy that you've poured into the situation, but now your face hurting because you got smacked on top of it. Make it make sense. We're not doing it no more. And that was the decision that you made, that you was about to bring the true balance to say, okay, nothing gets nothing. And if you don't want to give me anything, or you don't want to give me something that is of true substance that I can use to grow from, that I can use as a seed to plant within myself, that's going to bring forth, this sense of abundance within me, this Four of Pentacles energy, then I don't got nothing for you. And I don't receive anything from you. And that's what puts you in this energy of the Six of Swords, allowing the universe to lead you away from these situations. And people were mad because they kept feeling like they were going to be able to, for whatever reason, continue to give you nothing and receive everything from you. Get somebody else to do it. Because no. Not over here, baby. God wasn't having it. And you quickly got into this energy of ignoring these people. You was like, no, baby, I got my own cups. And whatever this little bullshit offer you trying to send me, I absolutely refuse that. And I'm telling you, these people are feeling this energy of you ignoring them more and more and more. So, more than anything, the highlighting message of this reading with the Ace of Pentacles coming out to confirm that is continue doing what you're doing. Because whether you know it or not, you are already in you have begun your new beginning. You are in the starts of it. You are in the first beginning stages of it. And I know that, again, like I told you guys, because you are such beautiful, wounded warriors, right? You have overcome so much. With the Everything is Fine card here. Yes, you have been in a lot of battles. You have been, backstabbed so many times. But you are so resilient because you keep bouncing back. You keep, winning. You keep doing what's meant for you. You keep accomplishing whatever goals you have set for yourself. But sometimes when you got to keep going and going and going and going, you forget to celebrate yourself. You forget to really, really see just how much you have overcome. Look how she's collecting these swords in victory. But the one thing about it is, whether you see it about yourself or not, understand that God is making sure that everybody else sees it, right? Because with this Ace of Pentacles here, not only is this gifts and the new beginning that comes from God, but look how it's represented as also, it's a pentacle, but it's the sun energy as well. One of the brightest lights in the tarot deck, but in general. So this is why these energies are popping up in your reading, to let you know that these people are big mad because of the decision that you've made to walk away and to do what you needed to do for you. And even though you're just at the beginning, right? The Wheel of Fortune is just now kind of putting you into this Ace of Pentacles energy. Like we've been talking about at the end of the year. We're coming into it, right? We're finally seeing the light. And more than in just a vision or a dream to know like, oh, one day I'm going to have this. No, like this is finally becoming your reality. But the next stage for you is understanding how to really, really celebrate it, because it's going to be showing up in every area of your life, to where whether a person is a friend, an enemy, or whatever to you, everybody is going to show and have a true testament of you being in this Nine of Cups energy. It's not going to be mistaken by anybody. Because you've, publicly, you've overcome a lot. But as well, privately, you've defeated a lot of these battles. But the thing about it is, God wants to honor you publicly. Sun energy, to be seen by all. And especially by those who don't want to see you there. Especially by those who have, used their energy to try to prevent you from ever seeing this light and this Ace of Pentacles, this new beginning for yourself. God gonna make sure they the first ones that see it. This is why they even get to be in your reading today. Because God wants you to know that the only reason that they're allowed in your energy field in any sort of way is to watch you win. Period. Nothing more, nothing less than to watch you win. And I told y'all, especially for that one that you were supposed to be in a relationship with, or that you were in a relationship with, that was that emperor, that main devil energy. Spirit is petty, but Spirit said the one that thought they was King Dingaling. And whether this is a male or female, right? Don't get it twisted. But the one that thought they was like, oh, you ain't going nowhere because I got you on lock. Like I got the popping P, the popping all of that. Especially for that one there. They're going to have to watch you just be married and happy and booed up and just, baby, in love with somebody, anybody who ain't their ass. And it's going to eat them alive. It's going to eat them alive. But it is what it is. That's what you get when you come with that possessive ass energy, feeling as though you can own a person or you can possess a person. A child of God? Tuh. I'm telling you. No, 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 no. This is going to be, you being in this energy is going to be the heartbreak for a lot of people. And it shouldn't even be that way, because it's like, how grimy are you that it makes you mad to see somebody else win? Who does that? Where do they get down like that at? Like, where is that a thing? Don't tell me, because I won't be going there. I won't be visiting, but I'm just trying to see, you know. Do y'all powwow together? Do y'all have these little meetings together to where y'all decide who y'all gonna hate on, who y'all gonna be mad at? Like, who are you? And as I was just telling y'all, the Ace of Pentacles represents the sun. What actually came out? The sun. You won't be stopped, my love, ever. And Spirit also wants you to get into this energy of understanding. Look, as I was just about to say, the Six of Wands. Be okay with being seen, okay? Spirit wants you to have this kind of mojo about yourself too, to where it's like you should feel a little pride about hurting these people in this way. And as bad as it sounds, right? I hate to even say it because my heart was like, ooh. But you should have this sense of pride to be like, I wish I would dim my light. I wish I would act like I'm not this damn superstar. Especially when I get around y'all, because I know it's going to have you in your feelings. Oh, now I got to be a little bit more grand. I got to be a little bit more extra about it. I got to be a little bit more like doing the most, because y'all really thought I was going to be here, but no, I'm here. I'm on my high horse. I'm in my sun energy. I'm receiving everything that's meant for me, my newness. I'm receiving my coins. I'm receiving my marriage, my dream marriage, my divine partnership. I'm getting my lick back, right? Because most of y'all as well, with this card that talked about being led away, with this temperance here, some of y'all didn't walk away, or y'all didn't like leave fighting. Some of y'all may have, and that's okay if you did, because I understand, right? To whatever situations these people had you in, you may have had to fight your way out, literally. You may have had to fight your way out. But some of y'all chose the peaceful route and was like, you know what, you got it. Like, you win. That's cool. I'm just going to leave. Because you had an understanding, either one or two things. You was either too weak to fight at that time with the Six of Swords energy and the universe was just taking over and leading you away. Or you understood that you were too valuable to fight these people. And that it was going to cost them more to see you walk away than it would to see you, stand there and fight with them toe to toe. So some of y'all was like, fuck out of here. And left and knew that it was going to eat these people alive. Because you knew you was going to keep going and growing and glowing and flowing and all of the above, honey. And wasn't nobody or nothing going to stop you from doing that. And the truth that you spoke to these people to say, that I'm worthy of this. I'm going to have this. I'm going to have this type of career. I know that I can have this type of marriage and relationship. I'm worthy of this type of love. I'm worthy of this type of job and career. I'm worthy of having a business that is, lucrative and productive. These people laughed at you. They didn't believe that. Especially this emperor. This emperor was like, well, what you gonna have without me? And you was like, well, since you asked. This, all of this is what I get after I walk away from your ass. And not to mention any other options that I deem necessary in my life. Anything else that I decide to manifest around this bitch. This is what I can have without you, baby. And when I tell y'all, Spirit finna have y'all in a whole flex out here on these people simply because they really thought. And I want y'all to know as well, too. When I keep telling y'all that Spirit, God takes these things personal, right? Because you know, of course, you are a person within this world. We see you as the human being that you are. But at the end, middle, and the beginning of the day, you are still a spiritual being. You are a descendant of God. You are an extension of God. So just like if you think about like within your physical body, if there's any sort of virus or sickness that is within your body, every other part of your body is going to go and attack that whatever that sickness is, because it's like what we're not going to allow you to do is shut down the complete function of the body. So everything within that body is going to turn against this one thing that is the issue, to make sure that it does not become an issue for everything or everybody else. So that's what I keep telling y'all, my loves. You have to understand how important your role is in this earth, in this situation, right? Just as a high priestess. And as I told you, this emperor tried to stop you in your spiritual gifts because you have heavy rank in this spiritual realm when it comes down to your gifts. And you were sent to this earth to do a lot of heavy work, a lot of heavy lifting, a lot of destroying and exposing of things. And so because of that, right, you have a God complex as well, but you have temperance that comes along with your God complex, meaning that you understand what your, proper use of your power is. You don't use it to try to manipulate nobody. You don't use it to try to possess anybody or lead anybody to do things that are not like God. So because of that, God sees you as an extension of Him. And just like, say, for instance, right, you are God's left leg. Let's just say you're God's left leg. When these damn entities come and are trying to get at, attack, blood clot, whatever, that leg, you better believe God and all of God's angels, the entirety of the spirit team that, represents war and defense with this Knight of Wands here. They're going to come to the rescue of that leg, which is you. So absolutely, God is going to take this personal when anybody comes against you or works against you. Because God is like, no, not that one. Not him, not her. Because the one thing about it is that one there going to be in place to speak the truth, which is the representation of God in all things. So understand that, yeah, you won't be worked against, not successfully. And more than anything, any person who decides to even attempt to work against you, they've written their own destinies in stone. And that is death. That's the end. Because God don't play about you. God don't play about you, baby. You are an empress in God's eyes. Male or female, you are of the empress energy, meaning that you are fruitful, you are abundant, you are wise. You are a representation of life. An everlasting life, right? Abundant life. And just like this, the emperor energy was represented by this devil energy, the person who uses their God complex for, evil. You have that same strength and, God complex as the empress, but with your temperance energy. and with your truthful energy here with this Queen of Swords. This is why God is always going to have your back, because the places that you speak from, the things that you say, come from a place of honesty. Come from a space of honesty. And God is always going to work with you and work on your behalf because of that. And God wants you to know as well that he is sending in people who are going to benefit from your truth, that are going to benefit from whatever gifts you have as this empress, because the empress is not an empress without people who follow her, him or her. The empress is not a ruler without having people that look to them as an example. Okay. So I want you to know that you are an example of God. You are a true reflection of God. And it's because you choose to be, right? You have chosen to work with God in that way. And that's the beautiful thing about it, right? Because God never forces us to do anything. We talk about it all the time. The power of choice. That is the one power that God allows to supersede his hand. Of course, God can move and make us do anything. We could be around here like whole chess pawns. Just go, do this, breathe now. You know, it could be like that. But for what? God wants to know what you're going to do with your power of choice. And with this Two of Cups here, you choose to work with the Most High in order to bring good into this world. And this is why you will be untouchable forever. Forever. Perpetually. This lifetime, the next lifetime, whatever, honey. Even as you're learning your lessons in this lifetime. Even if you are still in your, still in your dark night of the soul, and you're learning these hard lessons, you're breaking away from these karmic, this King of Wands energies, this Hierophant and this Emperor. If you're just now coming into these realizations that, of how these people are damaging you, and God is giving you direction on how to get away from these people, understand that no matter where you are, no matter what stage you are in your learning process, you'll never stop learning, but you will also never stop being untouchable. And that's just dead on that. And the only way you can be touched is if you allow yourself to be touched. And sometimes even then, God will see you as, again, like this person that needs to be led away. They'll tell you, just go sit down. I got this. Because you may not have a sense of direction yet. You may not have tapped into those things about who you are and your purpose and your true, life goals here. And so sometimes that can cause you to make decisions that may not be the best for you. And that's okay, because that's what's a part of your learning process. But understand, even in that, even as you learn, even like, think about it as like a child or a toddler. When a toddler is learning how to walk, they have to fall. They have to bump into things. They have to have these close calls. But where is mama and daddy? Somewhere always around with their hands out like, oh, I'm not going to let you fall too hard. Or I may not let you fall at all. I might catch you, whatever it is. That's the same type of, nurturing energy that you have surrounding you by the universe as you learn your lessons. But understand that, again, at the root of everything, no matter what your choices are, if you still have good as your intention, you're going to be okay. Ooh, you're going to be okay. That Five of Cups popped out. Who's in that Five of Cups energy? Who's in that morning energy? Probably these people that are upset that you are so untouchable. Yep. The Hermit mode popping out. Because the Hermit mode talks about you being, secluded to yourself with the Seven of Wands, which also talks about you going within, you working on those things internally. And I'm telling you guys, some people know, like I said, some of you have already kind of been through this stage of walking away. But like I was just speaking to some of you people who are just now making this move away, this is why these people are in mourning, because you have made the decision to focus on you. And I want you to know as well that if you are one of those people to where you're just now kind of getting the strength to say, okay, God, like I'm tired of going through this same cycle over and over and over again with these people. Show me what to do. God is about to isolate you. God is going to isolate you. And I want you to go back and watch the reading where I told you guys you are not alone. Because if you are about to go into this phase after being around these people for so long, it may make you question and feel as though you're doing something wrong, because you're going to be called to be by yourself physically in this like physical realm. You're going to be called into the energy and the presence of your spirit team so that you can learn. But in this real world, you're about to watch people start falling off like flies around you. You're going to witness a lot of people be upset because you're going to get into this energy of feeling as though you just need to be by yourself. And any energy that has this unhealthy codependent attachment to you, or that wants you to just always be available for them, they're going to be upset when you have to go within and talk to God. And you're not going to have that same space and energy for them anymore. And it's okay. Let them be upset. Let them be upset, because the thing about it is, any person who is truly, truly meant to be in your life, to be a person that is able to hold space for you, no matter how many times of the year you need to go within and focus on you. The people who really, really love you and care about you, they're not going to be upset about you or try to, I'm sorry, I said upset about that, or try to hold that against you that you're doing something for yourself. No. And I'm telling you, that's going to be a telltale sign as you are called into these phases of reevaluation and just, doing what you need to do for yourself, recalibrating to see who needs to stay and who needs to go. Because those true tribe members, those true people that are sent by God, those people that are really, really meant to come and make a difference in your life, they're going to understand every part of this process. And even the parts that they may not understand the details, because it's your vision, right? They're going to trust you enough to know that you are led by God. You are connected to God in that way. So if you say that you need to go within and do whatever and get yourself together, okay. I'm sending you love and energy and peace, sis. I'm sending you love, energy, and peace, bro. As you nurture yourself throughout this time. And let me know if there's any way that I can be of assistance to you more. And if not, I'm here holding space for you. That's it. Not judging you for your need to go within. None of that. So you should never be in this situation, because some of y'all don't know what it feel like to take some time for yourself without offending other people, because you so worried like, oh man, this person gonna get mad if I don't call them 10 times a day. This person gonna get mad if I don't come show up and do this and that. And you so in your head about that shit to where you can't even think about the things you need to do for yourself. And it's just so unhealthy. That's an unhealthy connection. That is a very, very codependent, devil-like connection. And Spirit is really breaking you away from that at this time. Okay? Anything else for my beautiful collective? Six of Cups, something dealing with the past. What about this past energy with the Six of Cups here? What's significant about this Six of Cups? Yeah, some of y'all gonna have to leave some friends in the past. Some past connection with this Three of Cups here. This message is definitely shifting in the direction of those who are going into their dark night of the soul. Yeah, you're going to have to lay down a lot of your burdens. And some of these burdens, whether you know it or not, is people. Big emphasis on people in this reading today. There are people around you that are burdening you. And these are people that are connected to you in some sort of way from your past. Like I told you, you know specifically if you have any names or faces that are popping up in your mind right now as I'm saying these messages to you. This is that person, or these are those people. But Spirit wants you to know that it is more of a burden to try to keep these people than it is to release them. And I'm telling you guys, like I just said to you, some of you guys really, really, really are caught up in this whirlwind of like, oh my God, like everything that you're doing, every decision that you're making, you're trying to consider these people. You're not deciding for yourself anymore. You're deciding for them. And Spirit wants you to know that that's a problem. That is an unnecessary burden that you're putting upon yourself. And no person that God sends to you, right? Because we have two cards here that are about, that connection with others, friendships in particular. But these Three of Pentacles here, these are God ordained friends. And God wants you to know that nobody that they send into your life as a God ordained friend will ever give you these types of issues or put this type of burden on you. Especially when it comes down to you fulfilling your purpose. Absolutely not. They will never intercept that process. They will never get in the way of that. More than anything, they're going to, again, work with you to help you bring it to life. You see how there's a team of people here? Like this could be you as the artist or the main character here. You got to turn something in for school, right? You trying to get your degree in art. This is just an example. And your friend like, oh, okay, girl, I got you. Like, what you got to do? What's your final assignment? Where I have to draw a live art that thing like back in the day where they used to have the one person in the middle of a room of artists and everybody has to paint that person from their angle. That may be your assignment, right? And you like, man, I don't really know. Like, I don't have a model or da-da-da. Your friend like, girl, I got you. And then this could be another person that steps up and that's just like your manager or something like that. This is a person that wants to be a part of your career. Like once you graduate, this could be a person that's helping you like as a brand ambassador or something like that. But at the same time, all of these people are still friends. Y'all have this cordial relationship, enjoyable relationship. So not only do you feel, zero pressure to be yourself, you have assistance in that. But what you're used to, right, is seeing friendships or connections as a burdensome thing. Because why? You're trying to please these people who have not pleased themselves, who have not done for themselves what is needed. And now they're looking for you to be this guiding star or this person that they always pull on, or they always want to, you're the hot commodity, you're the favorite friend, but not because, these people are really, really valuing you and what you bring to this. They're benefiting from it, but they're not valuing it. Okay. In which that is something that you really got to understand and realize. And I'm going down this whole spiel because I know somebody needs to hear it. Right. And some of you guys, because you have had, so many of these types of relationships, like with this Emperor energy, you have this, unfortunate understanding that all of your relationships are meant to be like this. It's meant to be of the codependent nature. If people are going to be in my life, I have to be connected to them in this way. I have to give them what they want. I have to always be available to them. And it doesn't even give you space or room to think about what you need as a friend. Yes, you know what you can offer as a friend, but as a person who is receiving friendship, what do you need? And if you don't know the answer to that, or if you haven't even been around people who are asking that question to you to say, hey, what do you need? I know what you give to me, but how can I help you? It's coming to an end. And that's going to be one of your biggest lessons moving forward, right? When it comes down to these people, right? Because if you are a leader in any sort, in which is showing up that you are, High Priestess, Temperance here. I'm sorry, High Priestess and the Empress. You're always going to be connected to some people of some sort because you have these types of gifts and leadership assigned to you. But Spirit now needs you to get into the energy of understanding who is worth a connection with you. And yes, I say it like that because it is that important. It is. And I want you, once you start to realize your value, the value of your energy, once you start to appraise it at a level that is truly God-like, because this is a God gift, right? So you have to see it in the God light as well. But until you see it as that, you're going to continue to find yourself in these burdensome situations. because there is this codependent need to prove a point, and it's just not necessary. And you're going to keep attracting these narcissistic energies into your life that are going to hold you accountable to this transactional type of, connection. And it's not needed. It's not healthy. It's not healthy. Okay, my love. So a lot of you going into this dark night of the soul, like I told you, be okay with the changes that are coming in, because a lot of these people are going to be eliminated out of your life. They are. People that you may have seen as friends for a long time, they're going to be eliminated out of your life. People that have family members as well. Some of those connections are going to be eliminated out of your life for the sake of judgment, okay? Because you need to see yourself in a different light. You need to see these people in a different light. You need to see the art of relationships in a different light. And as well, for these people who have chosen to be a burden to your life, right? They got that judgment and that justice coming to them. So for several different reasons, you have to be disconnected from these people. And again, big emphasis and understanding for you to know that it's not because of anything that you've done wrong, but it's because of what it is that you need to balance and make right within your life. And for you to get the true understanding that in order to be able to truly even see this sense of temperance or balance in your life, these people had to be taken off the scale completely, right? They can't even be a part of the measurement. They don't have a space. Simply because there needs to be room for this group of people. Your tribe, your God-sent, group. Yep, get rid of all these jealous people, this 5 of Wands energy. I talked about that in another reading. A lot of these people that were around you, they were masking behind, their jealousy. They were masking behind their jealousy. The Knight of Swords here. What messages do we have coming in? What are the messages? What is this Knight of Swords bringing in? Page of Pentacles. And the Hangman. Yeah, some of y'all, I was just about to say it, are manifesting some dope shit in your life. And the truth of the matter is, especially if you are still around these, individuals who don't serve your higher purpose anymore, is that they can't be around to help you celebrate this. It's not for them. And for some of you guys, if you're seeing a sense of delay in your life, and especially as it pertains to okay, specifically, because this is another specific message. Specifically, there's a person or a certain group of people that God is trying to break ties, between you guys. But whatever this, hold up is, there is some sort of emotional connection that's still, attached to it that makes it hard for you to let it go. So it's like you're wanting to still move forward and still have, some sort of connection or a tie to this person. And it may feel like it's working out for you, right? It may feel like you're able to, still keep this person happy and still do what you need to do for you. But Spirit wants you to know that you're holding up your manifestations because of that. Because what will not happen is this person be allowed to be around you as you're receiving these pentacles and all of this good energy. Because whether you're ready to admit it or embrace it or not, the energy that this person brings way more damage than what's talked about, than what's openly admitted. And this is why, because whatever blessings are tied to, whatever is coming in for you, the Ace of Pentacles was here too. Again, it has everything to do with you completing your mission on this earth, which is your God work. So God is not going to allow anyone or anything to be around you, near you, attached to you, that has the potential to stop, block, or delay any move of God through you. Understand that very clearly. It doesn't matter what exceptions you want to make within your heart to say, okay, well, I'll compromise this. This person ain't that bad, so I'll let them just stay around. I'll keep them at a distance. I won't tell them everything, but, I still just, no. Spirit is like, absolutely not. They have to go all the way. Because look at this devil card. You see how these chains here, they're slack in this, right? Meaning that these people can take a few steps left, right, front, back. But they can't go all the way. They can't leave the sight of this entity. Even though they may move around and feel as though they have some sort of freedom. You see, even the chain around their neck is not even that tight. But as soon as you start walking in a certain direction and you go too far, it's going to immediately snap you back. So I'm telling you, no matter how far you think you can get with these people on your back, Spirit is letting you know very clearly, until there is a complete severing of the tie. You're going to continue to see delays in your life. Things are going to be held up for you. So again, some of you guys already know this. You've already made the move that you need to make. But some of you guys are now in the position where it's your turn to make the leap of faith. It's your turn to trust God when God tells you to disconnect from a certain group of people or a certain person or a certain situation, to even walk away from a job, to move away from a different city to a whole different place. Whatever the move is that God is telling you to make, it's now your job to make the complete leap of faith. Not just halfway, not just making a leap while, still holding on to a string like a bungee cord. Like, let me, just in case, no. You got to go all the way in. You have to go all the way in. With the star card here, you have to truly, truly dive in and invest in this idea and this thought that, all of these wonderful and good things are for you. And I want you to see the fruitfulness in both of these cards and how they, really resemble each other, with the Temperance and the Star card here. All elements are here: water, earth, air in the sky, and fire with the light, the star, and the sun. And you see how this star, she's, pouring into the water and the earth as well. Everything that you're meant to do, even on this physical earth, in this realm, I'm telling you, is so important. It has so much weight. It takes so much of your time and your energy. And every piece of energy that these people want to possess up off of you, everything that they want to zap out of you, it doesn't matter if you feel as though you're strong enough to let them do it and still be okay. No, what you're not strong enough to do is to let them do it and still give God all of the honor and due diligence that is owed through you fulfilling your purpose and journey. So you have to make a decision, my love, to lay these burdens down, to let these people go about their business. And I'm telling y'all already know, for the people who have, like I said, you have done it already. People gonna be mad, absolutely. That's not a good enough, reason not to disconnect from certain people or certain energies because they're mad. Okay, but would you rather these people be mad at you, or would you rather the Most High be mad at you because you didn't follow through on what it was you were supposed to be doing? Because again, with that Nine of Wands there, that is still your spirit team that is standing protecting you. And I'm letting you know that if there is a fear of walking away from a certain group of people, especially if it's your family, because you feel as though there is some sort of connection that you cannot live without, or you cannot go on without these people being, or giving you some sort of approval. Spirit is letting you know, no, the only approval that you need is from your most high powers. And whatever it is that you've been assigned to do, once you decide to step into that role and to do that, you're going to be protected in that. But at any point in time where you're, choosing to do the opposite, or you're, again, still trying to hold on to these codependent energies, you're subject to whatever damage they're bringing up on themselves. And that's not to say that you're not protected, but understand the power of choice. The power of choice always comes with a consequence. And I'm sure that if there's anybody that will watch this reading that has, made this decision to walk away, because sometimes that's the hardest thing, right? That's taking that first step to just be like, all right, it is what it is. But I promise you, this person never regretted. I'm the person, hell. I'm one of the people that took the first step, and in a space and a time where I never thought I would be strong enough to ever make the decision to walk away from the people that I was so, heavily tied to and codependent upon. And even in taking that leap of faith, I tell y'all all the time, I had no idea where I was going. I had no idea what the unknown had in store for me. But what I did know is that what I was coming from was no longer it. And at that point in time, that's when my, relationship with the Most High became as strong as it did, because there was this sense of complete trust. 6 of Swords. I was not driving the boat. Spirit was driving the boat. And I surrendered. And at that point in time, that's when I was able to finally have the distance between me and this situation, so that I could have the clarity to understand how these people were working against me the entirety of the time. And like I said, whether these people had literally 1, 2, 3, I declare war on you, or they were just literally working against my purpose and my higher calling as this star energy by being in this lower vibration. Whatever it was not benefiting me, and it was an unnecessary burden that I was having on myself. So as I'm trying to explain to you guys, yes, this is about you feeling better. Yes, this is about you growing and, being better. But this is also about you doing what it is that you were sent to do on this earth, which is your one and only goal at the end of the day. And this is what you're going to be held accountable for. When it comes down to what you use your time and your energy for. Even a little ounce of energy that you try to use to hold on to these people, right? With this hangman energy here. You're going to be held accountable for this. I'm telling y'all. Don't have 9 of your 10 boxes checked off when it comes down to you fulfilling your purpose, because you want to hold on to somebody who has convinced you that you need them. It don't go like that. It doesn't work like that. And this reading right here, the overall message for sure was about this distance that's coming between you and these people. How it is absolutely necessary. It is absolutely inevitable. Especially if you are here, you are a star seed, meaning that you have, this first goer type calling on your life. Meaning you can't do what everybody else does. Your life will never look like anybody else's, except for the people that come under you. Like I told you with this Empress card here, meaning that you are some sort of ruler, right? You have people that are going to be following you, watching your example. So because of that, you have a different level of accountability that is held over you as it pertains to you making the necessary moves with the 7 of Wands here that are needed for yourself to grow and to do what is needed within this earth. Okay? Yes, we bring it down to size for your personal situation, but this is about the greater good. And as I tell y'all all the time, I am a person that walks in, in that sense of accountability when it comes down to what I speak to other people. Anything that I can get on here and I preach and I say whatever, I'm doing it myself. because I want to, have this understanding with God, number one, but as well, my heart, I understand who my heart is here to appeal to. So knowing that I am this light and an example, and I am this star seed for so many people who are still coming out of their darkness, what the hell I look like turning my light on and off, being inconsistent? Absolutely not. How will you know what direction to go in if I don't do what I'm supposed to do? And that's the same call for some of you guys. You may be led to me as your tribe leader, but whatever I'm infusing into you is to ignite you to go and be the leader in your world and to do the same thing. And understand that no matter, before you ever get to the space of speaking to people and saying like, okay, this is what you need to do, or let me help you, you got to do it for yourself first. You got to do it for yourself first. So understand that is the most crucial decision and the most crucial part of this equation working out the way that it needs to, because fuck what everybody else got going on. Fuck what the people say about what you got going on. Fuck how they try to work against you. All God needs you to do is to make up your mind that you're going to walk in this energy, that you're going to be this starseed, that you're going to stand in your truth. And the rest, you got to let the universe take control of that. And allow whatever that looks like, however many people got to fall off, be disconnected from you, however many times you got to walk alone, whatever that is for you, however it's going to play out for you. Number one, allowing it to play out the way that it needs to without you trying to intercept it or stop it. But number two, understanding that it is all conspiring for you to win. And at this point, the ultimate win looks like you being in this temperance energy, which is balance in all areas of life. Of course, you can have the financial stability, you can have the physical stability in this world, in which you're going to have that anyway. God is always going to provide you with a platform to speak and be seen and be heard because of the message that you carry in your heart. But understand that, no matter how many platforms you grace, no matter how many times you speak this message, your sense of true self-fulfillment is going to come when you do what you need to do for you first. And it's that simple. But appraise your value in the right way so that you know that immediately when a frequency comes into your life that does not belong, you are able to identify, to feel it, to understand, and to have no attachment to it when it comes down to you releasing it and returning it back to where it came from, or you transmuting it into energy that works for your benefit. So that is the complexity of being a spiritual being living this human life. But understand you have all of the tools and guidance and direction that is needed for you to understand what that's going to look like for you. And you have the strength as well to move forward into that. Okay. So I believe this is the end of the reading. Is there any other final messages that want to come through for the collective before I close out this energy? Eight of Pentacles is here. Yep. So just keep working. Just keep working on you, man. Keep working on you at this time. And whether you want to call it selfish or not, call it whatever you need to make it make sense for your life, but it is about you at this time. See yourself as the damn gasoline for the car that is trying to move forward in this world. And if you are not okay, if you are not present, if you are not here, if you are not whole and full, you can't be anything for anybody else. Not, at least not what they need at this time. The only thing you can be is a crutch or a sense of codependency. But that's not what's needed. You need to be a beacon of light, a true example, and a representation of accountability. Because the age of Aquarius is bringing that value back to the forefront at this time. Corruption gotta go. Lying, scheming, deceiving gotta go. But those who speak the truth are being heard and will not be silenced. So don't you choose to silence yourself at any point in time. Keep working, keep speaking, keep loving. And every example that, or every situation that presents itself to you that gives you an opportunity to stand in your truth, to be in your truth, don't shy away from that. Fuck the naysayers. Do not shy away from, being this light that God has called you to be. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and end the reading right there. Close the energy up. I want you guys to know again that you are safe to receive all of these messages that came through today, honey. Take everything that you saw today as a revelation and not necessarily as a warning. Just take it as the truth of what it is and understand that you have a choice to make behind each and every, outcome. Each outcome, is dependent upon whatever choice you make. And I speak that every single thing that comes into your life, every single thing that leaves out of your life as well, as we've been talking about separating, is also going to conspire for you to win in some sort of way, shape, form, or fashion. It's not going to do anything else but conspire for you to win, okay? You are loved very, very deeply. You are respected for the beautiful light being that you are. And if you have any questions, if you need any assistance concerning how to tap into, your God light more, to understand your purpose on this earth, to understand what it is you're doing with your energy, or even just to get a better understanding of what's going on in your life right now. If you just feeling like real, confused and just like, I don't understand, tap in with me. Tap in with me. Book a reading. Get a life coaching session. Because the one thing about it is Spirit has really, really always, spoken through me to really help people. And especially those who have never gotten readings before, come see me. All right, my love. So I hope you guys enjoyed the reading at whatever time you're watching this. And I'm sending you peace, love, and blessings. All right. See you later.